Good morning, everyone. My name is Ahmed, and I will be presenting today the Great Resignation Uncovered. Joining me today are my colleagues Ibrahim, Nada, and Fatima. According to the ADECO Group report, several factors are contributing to the high rate of employee resignations, which is referred to as the Great Resignation. These factors include work-life imbalance and burnout caused by the pandemic and remote work, and unsuitable pay and benefits, limited career growth opportunities, job insecurity, lack of skill development and learning opportunities, and insufficient recognition and appreciation from management. The Great Resignation trend has far-reaching effects for both employers and employees. For employers, it leads to higher costs and reduced productivity as they work to fill vacancies and train new hires. Employees face more challenging job market and the stress of finding new employment. The report highlights the importance of creating a positive and supportive work atmosphere to retain employees and avoid these negative consequences. The ADECO Group report stresses the importance for organizations to adapt to the evolving workforce trends and employee expectations. These changes include a move towards more flexible work options, the significance of continuing learning and skill development, and the focus on employee well-being. Companies must offer competitive benefits and prioritize employee well-being to attract and retain top talent. Additionally, the report highlights the necessity of creating a positive company culture and offering opportunities for career advancement.
Thank you, Ahmed. Hello, everyone. This is Ibrahim Al-Abdouli. I will talk about the retention levers. Firstly, salary. The main factor influencing workers to change employment globally is salary. 45% of employees who want to leave their job do in order to increase their salary. However, this becomes less significant when employees are motivated and wish to remain in their existing position. Organizations should focus on antidotes to wage inflation like career advancement, flexibility, and work-life balance. Employee satisfaction with who reflects experience and skill level is only 50%. Organizations should concentrate on innovation method for analyzing employee productivity. The key to this is leadership development and coaching. Geographically, salaries in the USA and China have improved the most, while in Western European countries and Japan it is most likely that salaries have stayed the same. Over to address worries about the rising cost of living and global unpredictability, workers are looking for extra source of income. Around the world, 61% of workers express concern that their salary is not sufficient to keep up with rising inflation rates. Moving to another point of retention levers, which is flexibility. According to the Office for National State, 6 in 10 desk-based workers are thinking about changing jobs or have already done so as a direct result of having more flexibility at work. In the picture, the highest reflects a 19 percentage point rise in the workers who choose working more flexibly year over year. Flexibility has a price. About 3 in 10 non-desk workers will compromise on salary to gain flexibility. On the other side, 33% said it will need to take a wage cut to work a 4-day week, and they're not willing to. And they were worried about 27% to have workload resulting in working late in the night or in the 5th days anyway. Finally, along with the need for more flexibility, interest in 4-day work weeks has increased. In addition, the desire for a 4-day work week is high among employees. 68 believe that all business should provide the choice. A significantly greater percentage of response, 71%, think that government should take more steps to regulate flexible work arrangement, while 70% believe that a 4-day work week will improve their mental health without having an adverse effects on their productivity. Now my colleague Fatima will continue.
To begin with, the report's third section is being targeted here. Since it focuses on career progression, it displays how organizations are needed to ensure career development and the progression opportunities graced their employees. The study shows that 31% of workers claim they quit their job because there was a severe lack of career progression. It also showed how manager or leader played vital part in training talent, mainly because employees look up to them and would expect them to grant career progression opportunities. Moving on with the same section, it was also discovered how organizations are constantly struggling with trying to find talented employees, which is why retaining them is much harder. This is evident because career progression is severely missing, as noted in the graph here. Therefore, the report suggests that organizations should address skills gap and help their employees develop. The central focus has to be given to internal mobility because it enables people to show progress by every means. This would create a win-win situation because the employees would feel satisfied with themselves and the company could reap benefits from the talent. Now we will focus on employees' mental health and well-being. To summarize its findings, it can be said the report signified the importance of employees' mental health and well-being to retain talented individuals and keep them productive. Also, the organization should give the workers a full annual leave to make sure their culture could encompass trust and safety, because numerous employees complain they experience burnout while working, as seen in the graph. Moreover, the report also finds out how managers played a vital role in ensuring the company's talent was working with a good mental and physical well-being, where the study recommended companies launch coaching programs for their managers and leaders to understand how to manage the employees' well-being and health. This is important because if this aspect is not taken care of, employee may leave, thus decreasing talent retention. This would aid manager in encouraging mediation, yoga, and well-being program. Lastly, the report showed how managers and companies alike could understand when their employees' health, mental or physical, is going haywire. How different technological strategies, along with big data, can help managers know when their employees have burnout or are on the verge of a mental breakdown, literally or metaphorically. This is very important because with continuous work and current political and economic situation, the employees are bound to become affected and feel strained as a result.
Thank you, Fatma. The global workforce is growing, with emerging economies driving growth. Multi-generational teams will become increasingly common due to aging population in developed countries. Digital literacy will be essential, and remote work will become more common. Employers must embrace diversity and inclusion to keep up with the changing workforce demographics in the upcoming future. Which brings me to the future of our work. Now, we know that automation and AI is important, but they will lead to more collaboration and cross-functional teams. Not a lot of people see this, but already we have so many companies coming up or websites coming up that offer freelancing work to people who are looking for certain projects. There are so many freelancers that are registering. Our country is now supporting freelancers, giving them their freelance visas. So there's a lot going on, especially with these websites that are offering freelance workers opportunities to present their skills, and some of them also connect you. Depending on what you require, you just type it in and they connect you with the right type of freelancer. So the gig economy and freelance work will continue to grow, but then it requires continuous learning and development. Mental health and emotional well-being will become a priority for employers, and company culture will be more important than ever. We're looking at these changes from now on, but in the future, it will be actually a requirement and will be more rigorous for employees. And employers will become learning organizations, offering ongoing training and development opportunities for its employees and new joiners. Which also prompts the discussion of future of skills. Now, technical skills will continue to be important, but critical thinking and problem-solving skills will become increasingly valuable. Emotional intelligence and digital literacy will be critical for success, but interpersonal and communication skills, creativity and entrepreneurial skills will become increasingly important for career success. And finally, AI and automation will play a key role in talent acquisition using data and analytics to make decisions. Diversity, equity, and inclusion will be a top priority, and soft skills and culture fit will become more important. Employees' referral will remain a key source of new hires, and employers' branding will become increasingly important. Of course, they're gonna be focusing on people they already know have the talent and somebody who can vouch for them. I know a lot of people might think that it's just wasta or thing like that, but the reference is very important. If I was an employer and I wanted to hire somebody, I'll definitely ask about that person, who he's worked with, what his working style is, and if it fits the organization, if it fits the team, if it becomes a part or a proper fit for the rest of the employees, and the cultural clash. All these things have to be thought for. So that's why it's important to have proper referrals for yourself as an employee, also to ask for proper referrals as an employer. And finally, employers will focus on reskilling and upskilling to meet changing workforce demands, investing in employee development and training. In conclusion, the Great Resignation is a pressing concern for companies around the world. To effectively deal with this talent challenge, employers must understand the factors behind it and its impacts. To attract and retain top talent, organizations must keep up with evolving workforce trends and employees' expectations. The report highlights the need for a positive work environment, competitive benefits, and career growth opportunities. By addressing these issues, companies can secure a stable and robust workforce for the future. Thank you all for your attention. With this, our presentation ends.